So, we are back here with another video. Let's talk about the Ravens-Niners game. Real quick. I'm just going to get this out of the way. That is a hell of a win for the Ravens. Hell of a statement win. Uh, I've been on cloud nine ever since this happened. My God. I mean, don't mess with us, man. Don't mess with us. We came in. We came into the barn of the supposed top five team in the league. The team that is supposed to blow us out. And we delivered. We delivered. And we just upset them. Completely punched them in the mouth. So, my God. This defense, I'm going to talk about this defense first. Because this defense went insane. Going after Purdy. And just making him uncomfortable. The entire freaking game. The entire game. Just force him to make errors. And all I've been thinking about in this game, right? In this game, all I've been thinking about is that as long as we take the lead, we go in and then we get into a lead, it's going to be hard for the Niners to actually win this game. Because Kyle Shanahan does not he does not play from behind. He can't coach from behind. It's been proven in his entire career he cannot coach from behind. He's one of the best coaches in the league, but he cannot play from behind. And why? Because he panics. He panics a lot. And I think again that's a thing Harbaugh does not do compared to Shanahan is panic when things go wrong. The Niners, they went into a lead at first. It was 5-0, which is a weird score, but we at the point where Lamar stepped on that, he got that intentional grounding, which led to a safety. We we had that feeling. Some fans had that feeling that it would be one of these games where we just have a bunch of bullshit happening to the Ravens, but it wasn't. It just wasn't because things took off after that. We held them to a field goal, and then we went in, took a field goal, forced a stop. Wait. We forced a turnover, and then we scored a touchdown. So, and then after that, we forced another turnover. We got a field goal, and then they scored. And then after that, we got a field goal, forced a stop, got a touchdown, and then it just became a whole lot of shit. It just became a whole lot of shit. Like in the third quarter, the game just took off. Like we just dominated that quarter. Just like that, we just went on a 3-score lead. So yeah, that defense. Five turnovers. Five turnovers. We did. It wasn't a perfect game from the defense either because like the middle of the field was open for a lot of this game. It was really open and it was kind of frustrating. But again, we did adjust. We did put pressure on them, and then it forced them to make mistakes. And basically that, it's it's really a work of art what this defense can do to teams. And the Niners, they were the best offense in the league. The best offense in the league. One of the most efficient teams ever. Uh, Again, we just have absolute dogs on that defense. We have dogs. I mean, Kyle Hamilton, he got his status, it looks good as of now for his injury, but he's going. I mean, he had two turnovers, both picks. The second one especially was extremely insane, where he was put on his back. He had the lineman on his back for like half the play, and then he he got up and then he picked it off. He still picked it off of tip ball, but yeah. But Marlon Humphrey also has been playing some great football. This entire defense, honestly. I mean, Brennan Stevens. I mean, even though he had a bad flag, but that's, you know, it's what you. It ain't always gonna be pretty for him, but he's been balling out. He's been really balling out. So I mean, like they're gonna get their flowers. Brent Urban even balled out. Jadavion Clowney he balled out. Justin Madubuike, his streak ended with like at least half a sack, but he's been. It's fine. It's fine. I really expected him to feast more than anybody else on that line, but hey, it was a long streak. Streaks are gonna end, whether you like it or not. So you love to see it from this defense. So yeah, and even Travis Jones is starting to starting to come into his own. He's hey, second year. Watch out for him next year when he's gonna get a bigger role. He's gonna get a bigger role, and I really cannot overstate the impact of guys like Kyle Van Noy. He came in. He wasn't even on the opening roster to start the season. He wasn't even on a roster, but hey, he comes in, balls out right off the street, and you really cannot. Uh, I mean, we can't talk about this defense performance without talking about the linebacker duo. Patrick Quinn, he was a menace. He was a menace this entire game. Him and Roquan, best linebacker duo in the league. It's gonna suck to lose Patrick Quinn, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But yeah, man, insane. Had a nice pick, and he's been flying around the field. Just he's really here, man. He is really here. So about this defense, to transition to the offense. Again, I mean, Lamar, man, so inspirational, so inspirational. MVP performance, MVP performance. Get the stats out of here. Get the stats out of here. The MVP performance. I mean, God. Like, dude, the MVP is here, bro. Like, the case is here. He's balling. He's been balling out all season. He hasn't had a completely disastrous game either. And he's doing that all with all the injuries. He's coming into another starting running back. I mean, bro. His two best running backs have been injured. His best weapon is out for the season. His all-pro left tackle is in and out of the lineup. And then you have, I mean, throughout the season, your wide receivers have been in and out of the lineup, especially early on. And then other injuries on the offensive line as well. Morgan Moses is playing injured. Ronnie Stanley's playing injured. And even then, Ronnie Stanley really stepped up this game. He really did very, very good. He did very good. I mean, he's been again like you got to make sure to keep Ronnie Stanley healthy. By the way, because if he plays like that, he's gonna be all good, man. Like I said, say whatever you want about Ronnie Stanley, but like this whole mess was on the Ravens, man. It is on the Ravens. So he didn't even he didn't even allow a single sack or even a pressure. Nothing. That was vintage Ronnie Stanley. So hopefully he keeps it up. And the next week are going to tell us if he's healthy or not. If he's actually healthy or not healthy. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, about the offense, uh, Zay Flowers rose into the occasion as a rookie. I mean, he's been balling out as a rookie. That's what true alpha wide receivers do. Isaiah Likely, he's been stepping up. He's been stepping up for once again for Mark Andrews, building more confidence. So yeah, he's turning into like a nasty. He's turning into a nasty player, man. Really nasty player. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it, man. Uh, and in the red zone offense, I think with Todd Monken it lacks creativity, but it shouldn't be that hard when you have Gus Bus. Just run it with him. That simple. Don't overthink anything. Uh, it was a big problem in Greg Roman's offense. Just especially in the red zone. You have Gus Edwards, just run it with him. It's that simple. You don't need anything else. And also it works. So that's good to know. And also we saw again the the difference with like adjustments too between Todd and Greg. And I think that was again another big turning point in the game, right? So like I think the biggest difference in the game besides the turnovers were when the offense scored 7 straight drives between the second and third quarter. So, yeah. I mean, there was no answer at all from the Niners defense. Hold up. Yeah. So, it really shows that Todd and his guys made adjustments at some point in the game. Once again, and it worked. And we're talking about a top 2 defense in the league, right? Top 2 defense. We're having all this going well for us, while a year ago in Greg Roman's pathetic offense, we were struggling to even get the field goal range against an above average defense. A year ago, I think we were playing the Falcons, bro. We were having a hard time scoring points against the Falcons, the 2022 Falcons defense. We had a hard time scoring points. That shows a lot. That shows a lot. So, yeah. But offense played well, defense played elite. You'll love to see it. Just a statement game. We kept the receipts, man. We kept all the receipts. I mean, dude, Mike Floro said the Niners will kick the shit out of the Ravens. Like, okay. Biggest Mike Floro hater right here. And all I'm going to say is this.
Get this guy out of here. You believe this guy?
Get this guy out of here. I am all for it. I am all for that Mike Florio slander for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week. Because he deserves it. And that comment was never supposed to come out of his mouth. And he has been called out for it. And you don't see Lamar do that. He has been called out. And that was the final blow. Mike Florio has just eaten shit, bro. He's eating shit ever since ever since that game. Like, and again, if you want to hear Lamar's presser, here it is.
Yeah, because we in the NFL, we play ball, not to take away from that team, but you can't just discredit us. We grown man, we got to feed our family. And he can have his opinion, but just don't be just talking like that. That's disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. But no, not to take away from the 49ers at all, because like they're great all across the board, but we gonna come to play as well. Our record not no fluke. We play ball and we showed that. But he just need to just keep doing his job, but just don't just come off like that towards us. That's disrespectful, like I said, because he ain't putting them pads on. If he ain't putting them pads on, I feel like it would have been different for him. He wouldn't say that. He'd be respectful, But because I say that to say this, we respectful to our opponents. Our opponents was respectful to us. But a guy who not even playing against us just come out just being disrespectful. I guess he wanted more views on his little channel.
Lamar couldn't have said it any better. He couldn't. He couldn't have said it any better. You don't talk about a team like this, bro. With the way this game has been covered and previewed, you'd think the Ravens are a 4-win team. You'd think they were a 4-win team, but it was between two 11-3 teams. Yet you had predictions of the Niners winning by 2 scores, 3 scores, blowout, this and that. Even if the Niners won, it wouldn't have been that way. It wouldn't. I'm going to guarantee you this right now. It wouldn't have been that way. It would have been a nail biter, which would have made you guys look which would have made you guys look stupid regardless. Regardless. But hey, Mike, you might think Mike Florio decided to just admit he was wrong, right? Well, he was kind of. His entire show the next day was just him eating crow. It was just Chris Sims trying to just let him have it. Like, just telling him, like, dude, you shouldn't have done that. It would have never worked out for you. It would have never worked out for you. It's that simple. But then, he took credit. He took credit for the Ravens' win. And then he played victim for NBC having them make picks. That's narcissism, man. Like, that is narcissism. Pure narcissism by these reporters. There is no accountability. Where is the accountability, man? Like, come on. At all. Take accountability, bro. Like, come on. Like, where the hell is the accountability in sports journalism, man? And then after that, you have Shannon Sharp trying to defend himself, trying to say, "Oh, we don't want him to criticize black players." It's not about race, bro. Well, it kind of is, but you made it about race, not us. So that would be on you, right? You made it about race by choosing to criticize only black players and not white players. Like, it's on you, bro. And then don't try and play all the mental gymnastics of you saying you like. No, you don't. You don't. Like, keep it real, bro. You don't. We know you don't. And then after that, you have Richard Sherman going out there and just, again, he has a loud mouth, bro. And I like him, man. But he is, again, it's narcissistic behavior from these people, man. It's narcissistic behavior. It is that simple. It's narcissistic behavior. It is no secret. There is no accountability whatsoever. It's just either moving goalposts, like Shannon Sharp did, trying to ask if the Ravens can play from behind when they just did like 2 weeks ago against the Rams, when they had to play from behind to actually win the freaking game. Like, come on, man. Come on. Stop moving the goalposts. Stop moving the goalposts. All of your stuff is just ego, man. Just admit you're wrong. You look even stupider. You look even stupider. Like, dude, be like my man Colin Cowherd, right? Be like him. Be like him. Right? Like, Colin Cowherd actually took accountability. He took accountability. He actually said, hold up. Hold up. I'm going to roll up the clip here. Roll up the clip. Real quick. Another clip again.
19 Ravens last night.
Okay, here we go. Rolling up the Colin Cowherd clip.
33-19 Ravens last night wasn't about the Niners. It really wasn't. It was about the most disrespected team and the most disrespected quarterback in the National Football League. That's what last night was about. And for the love, stop showing me stats. Jackson was the best player on the field, on a field with 10 Hall of Famers, and it wasn't particularly close. Stop with the Tua, Dak, Brock Purdy nonsense. Baltimore's been ravaged by injuries. What are they on their night? Running back, they lost their Pro Bowl tight end, left tackle doesn't play. Doesn't matter. Rookie receiver, multiple drops, doesn't matter. If you were a scout and were sent to this game, and they said, give me a...
I have no clue why, but the clip, I don't know why, but the mic keeps cutting the record. So I don't know why it keeps cutting, but here we are. Hopefully it plays the rest of the clip, because I really want you guys to listen to this rest of the clip. Go.
Two quarterbacks. Hey, could be a backup. And your take on Lamar Jackson would be, holy God, I've never seen a player like that. The dude looks like half speed against the Niners. Half speed. Thanksgiving football backyard with Cousins. Half speed. He runs whenever he wants. Whenever he wants. Home, road, good weather, bad weather. Against the 49ers defense. There's nothing like him on the planet.
Nothing.
I don't need to see passer rating. He wins 80% of his games, and he wins big games. People in Miami freaking out. Miami hasn't won a playoff game since 2000. Ooh, we won a home game over Dallas. Lamar Jackson wins games like this every Sunday, home or away. He's 20-1 in his career against the NFC, because if you don't see him regularly, you don't know how to contain him. You don't know what to do with him. You've never seen any player like him. And all it is disrespect and doubt. Tua and Lamar Jackson, same breath, stop it. Purdy, Lamar Jackson, same breath.
Stop it.
It's incredible. And then you add a really good coach and a really physical culture, and what you have is a team that can go into San Francisco and push, despite referees getting in the way, push the 49ers all over the field. The Ravens did to the Niners what the Niners do to everybody else. They embarrassed them. They pushed them around. They had all the answers. The Niners were left with all the questions. They poked you in the ribs. They lowered your self-esteem. And you come out of a game with the Niners and think, what are we? And now the Niners this morning wake up due to Lamar Jackson and ask themselves, what are we? Ooh, we beat Dallas at home. So 33 night.
So I'm going to just stop it here. So you see, right? So here's the thing, right? You know, stats are a blessing and a curse, right? They're a blessing because they tell us information. Some valuable, some not. But what stats have done, the damage stats have done, which is a curse, what it has done was completely fry NFL's fans' brains. What it has done, it has made people think that it replaces watching the games. Because here's the thing though. Stats tell you what happened, but not how it happened. Stats are useless if you don't know how to explain them and tell them how it happened. Whatsoever. Especially the box stats. They hold no value if you don't know how to explain them and you're just spewing them. You're just saying shit. If you're just saying shit, like, dude, it means nothing. Because again, there's a lot of things that happen in a football game that do not show up in a stat sheet. So, the misconception that stats replaces actually watching games is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and the fact that stats are at our disposal has done good and bad because it has made people think that they can just get away with just using stats and not watching the games. When they can't. They can't. They really can't. Which is why you see people come up with again, just using stats to prove your point. Because if you know, here's some context. A lot of Lamar's, the reason why Lamar only has 19 touchdowns in the season, 19 passing touchdowns, or 26 total touchdowns, is because in the red zone, we do not give it to him. It's Gus Edwards who actually steals all the touchdowns from him. That is context. Completion percentage, the Ravens are up there in drops. Completion percentage is dumb because it counts throwaways as well. If it favorizes plays like dinking dunks, just checkdowns. So it doesn't signify how good someone is. So that's the thing. So Lamar, so Lamar's the MVP if you watch the games, and even in some efficiency stats, he's up there. So that's the thing. Like it or not. But hey, Lamar, he's really, he has one of the hardest jobs. So I'm going to quote someone on Twitter that I saw. He has one of the hardest jobs in professional sports, which is proving white America wrong. That couldn't have been said any better. Because at this point, there's nothing Lamar can do. There's nothing Lamar can do to prove people wrong. Or specifically to prove white America wrong. Right? But yeah, he's on a mission. He was looking for blood. Don't disrespect the Ravens again. It's that simple. It's that simple. Don't disrespect them again. Like, and again, like, fine. But But yeah, it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you stayed up here, to have the rant, subscribe. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think down below. See you guys in the next one. I'm sorry for the length, but I had a lot to get out. So yeah, here we go. See ya.